Okay, let's see if we can make this turn up a treat. Right. Going dual colour, we're going to start with black and red. We're going to enlarge this. How big are we going to make it? Going to make it 350 by 350. Going to just lighten it up a bit. Add some contrast. Let's see what we've got to play with. We have here Estee Lauder. That's an Estee Lauder bag. Obviously hasn't been opened, and you can see the plastic still on the tag or the zip pull. It says Estee Lauder. Yeah, I'm going to make something interesting out of this piece. So we're just going to see what we can do. So we're just going to try and get the star into the limelight, so to speak. Going to make it really nice. Drop it down on the dock feeder. Let's see how we go. Estee Lauder. I got this second hand, by the way. This will be donated, so I often buy things second hand to demo with. Trying to make my work look interesting. Now that looks interesting, but we don't have the big star that we wanted in the image, but it still looks good colour wise. I'm happy with the overall rendering of that. I think that's all right. Maybe we could make the enlargement maybe a little bit smaller. Gonna make it maybe, I'm going to call it 300 by 300. Hopefully that'll turn up a treat size-wise, and it'll show the big star. The scanner's making noise again, folks. I like the rendering of it. The colour looks good. The red and the black go together well. Yeah, we have some of the big star, but still it's not in the full frame. This is a tricky one, folks. So, wondering if we're going to move it up, or maybe, what are we going to do with this to make that star appear? Trying to think, what can we do to make that better? Maybe we go even smaller. So we're going to make it 250 by 250. This is a challenging one, folks. Just a little bit. Not as challenging as some of the stuff that I've tried to do in the past. I've done a lot of good, difficult things. So we're just starting to get our shit together and see how we can make this look good. Yeah, now the star's in the frame. That looks good. Wondering where the centre of this job is going to be. Wondering if we're going to move it or we're going to keep it as is. I'm thinking that's going to be the centre, but at least we've got the big star showing in the frame. Wondering if we're going to change the positioning of this. I think we're going to make the star appear a little further that way. So we're just going to slide it across. I hope it works. I hope it doesn't fuck up. And maybe we're going to leave it in the same place vertically. So we're just going to push it further to the edge of the image. Because yeah, it's a big star, and I like the big star to be given special prominence, but I think we've moved it across the way we moved it too far the wrong way. we're going to have to move it back. Oh, fuck, I hate it when I do that. I try to move it the one way and I think it's the right way, and then I find out it's totally the wrong way. So I'm going to have to move it all the way back. It's not a very easy... Yeah, we got it just near the edge, so I think that should be pretty much it. I should have had a look instead of just doing it, assuming that I was moving it in the right kind of direction. So let's see if this star's in the right place to make this a really nice little demo. Yeah, the star looks a lot better in that position. I still think we could move it across, or maybe... It's a good question. Move it across or leave it? We've got this star that we want there, and that wasn't present in the previous... Oh yeah, there's one there. I'm just wondering if we're going to leave it like that, or we're going to try and push it further across. That's a good question. I'll just use my intuition to guide me. And I'm thinking we're going to move it further across. Going to move it across like that and make it look even better. So I want to make this look really nice. So we're going to make this star sit in the right place. It is the big star, and being the big star, you want to make it sit in a good place. But now we've got another problem. We've moved it too far across. Oh shit, I hate that. Oh, I hate that. Oh, I hate that. Maybe enlarge it off a bit along the horizontal. Maybe we could enlarge it a bit. So we're going to make the horizontal a bit longer. So we're going to make it 270, and we're going to leave that at 250 and see how we go. Hate it when that happens. Hate it when that sort of thing happens. I had a gut feeling it was going to be too far across. So we want the big star to be prominent, but we don't want the edge of the object to be prominent. So that looks really quite nice. We're just on the edge. We're just at the edge of the job. So we'll see how we go. If we're going to enlarge it a bit bigger, or we're going to keep it as is. We're going to make this a bit larger. We're going to make this 280. Going to make it 280. This is going to be a prolongated demo, folks. Maybe we're already more than 8 minutes into its production. So let's see how this looks. That looks a bit better. I think that's better. Just wondering where the centre of this job is actually going to be. I'm thinking it's going to be there. But there are the stars flying around. So now we're just going to go to our next colour, and that's yellow. Black and yellow. Yellow is the happy colour. That's what I associate it with. It's the happy colour. And that's out it comes. It's going to be really bright, cheery, and with a mustard kind of a feel to it. Mustard yellow. When you get all this black and you mix it in with the yellow, it sort of looks mustardy. So we'll just line that up like so. Now that's our two normal images. We're now going to print off mirror images, and we're going to print black and green. And hang on, with the mirror image you got to add, with this kind of original and this kind of enlargement, you got to add the original size to make sure it doesn't crop the image how shall I put it, chaotically. So now we've got the mirror image. We're printing only one for this, and then we print the blue one after we do the green. So let's see how we go with the green. Out it comes. So that's the green, and that looks really quite nice. So we're going to put, where are we going to put the green down? Up here in this corner. We're going to put the green up there. And last but not least is the blue one that's coming up. So we're going to print that. This is going to be a fairly prolongated demo, folks. But it looks like it's going to have a happy conclusion, so which is important. Which is the important bit. It takes a long time to get there, and then finally you get there and it's all done and toner dusted, so to speak. So just try and line up these pieces here somehow. It's tricky. You can't see much on the side, on that side and on that one. It's a tricky one, folks. Trying to line these up. A little bit crooked, folks, sorry. Trying to straighten this as best as I can without going totally nuts. Still looks shitty, as in the presentation, folks, sorry. Try to line that up nice and neat, and that's poking up. Oh well, I think now we can call it quits. That looks quite nice.